And we begin with Manchester United as they take on away from home against Marseille, live at the Stadium Velodrome. And also the Wanda Metropolitano in Madrid as Tottenham Hotspur as they travel away from home against Atletico Madrid. Good evening and welcome to British Sports here on BBC as match day 1 of the UEFA Champions League kicks off. And tonight, 2 Premier League sides are on the road in Europe. And we begin with Manchester United, where Ruben Amorim takes charge of his first European match as manager as they'll travel to France to face Marseille. And the pressure is really on with the manager. And what is your thoughts about this game, Righty, for Manchester United? Well, we know that it's tough, obviously, for the stadium. There will be bouncing with fans and really relentless as well. And the Marseille always rise in these sort of games in European nights. And for Amorim here tonight, this is a big one. He needs a solid performance, not just for the points, but try and get the players believing in what he's trying to do. United need to be sharper, more aggressive, and get control early. If they let Marseille settle it through, they could have a long night. Right then, let's head to the south of France. A big match for Ruben Amorim, who takes his first match in charge as manager for Manchester United in the Champions League, and they are up against a passionate, unpredictable Marseille side at the Stade Velodrome. It's never easy to go to that place, and all eyes now on how United handle the pressure as kickoffs underway. And we are here for the matchup here for tonight for the Champions League in Marseille, as we have Marseille versus Manchester United. As will be a very interesting game on the cards here, as Man United and also Marseille are the 2 teams kicking things off on match day 1 of the Champions League. As United, of course, won the Premier League last season. They've got a different score comparison to last season, a few additional additions in the team, and let's see how they can conduct in this matchup here in their first Champions League campaign of the whole entire Champions League itself, with the Champions League anthem. Now the teams are getting ready and the teams are shaking hands. As Marseille's lineup we have here, as we have Blanco in goal. We've got Kondobia also playing in the team. We've got Harte as well playing, and also we've got Merlin as well, and Højbjerg as well, and a very good team for Marseille itself in this matchup, and also Mubanga also as a striker as well. So now we move on now to Manchester United's lineup, of course, here, as Marseille has got their lineup. And let's get straight now to United's lineup. Ronaldo, of course, a real top striker in the United team. Hopefully can deliver, of course, here in this matchup like he did last season when he held them and lynched them that Premier League title in the last season's campaign. But as of the lineup here for Manchester United, Nana in goal, got Slur, Martinez, Shaw and Dalot. We've got Casemiro, Mamino, Fernandes, Rashford, Garnacho, and also the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo up front for Man United here for tonight. And now the 2 teams are ready for kickoff underway. And here we go between Man United and also here Marseille. And here we go. And this will be obviously Ruben Amorim's first game in charge as manager for Man United, as he'll be managing the team in his first European game. And I know Pochettino, of course, decided to actually manage America, his national team, for the World Cup for next year. So he left Man United to join the United States of America's national team, and that's why we got Ruben Amorim in charge instead as the coach from Sporting Lisbon for this season. So now Marseille will got themselves a corner here, a good start to the matchup for Marseille. And what can they do from this corner set piece right here, right now in the game? So we have it stored here for, looks like Harrit now. for Marseille. Pass the ball short now to Muguet. Muguet now to Harrit. Now to Muguet. Now Kondobia. Now is Brascia. Now Ronaldo. Ronaldo's really running through here now, Ronaldo. Ronaldo now, oh my god, Ronaldo's through all by himself here. Cristiano Ronaldo has a shot! Hit the post. Massive chance though. It's Højbjerg. Now Kondobia. Now is to Luis Henrique. And Luis Henrique now running through here for Marseille. Cross into the box here. Header. Now Kondobia. Now Merlin. Now Harrit. Now Dalot. And now all the way now to Bruno Fernandes. Now player to watch. Here's Ronaldo, of course, their world-class striker. Hope we can do the business here for tonight here in Marseille. And now here's Dalot now. His Portuguese teammate and Man United teammate. And Ronaldo's through! Oh, you know, Ronaldo could have scored there, but frustrations right there from CR7 not to put that ball past the goalkeeper. So now it's going to be a goal kick here for Marseille in the matchup right now. So let's see what he can do with it right here. Blanco will take it. He'll take the goal kick. Now to Luis Henrique. Now to Bruno. Now to obviously Kondobia. Now is Harrit. And now is Garnacho. All the way down is to Luis Henrique. Now free kick's been given. Now all the way now to Kondobia. And now pushing through here now to Bugahay. And now is Murillo. Now Murillo now across the ball into the box here. Header, bounced away here. And now here's to Kondobia. Shoots! And it's gone all the way right there to Anana. And now Slur. Pass the ball now again to Shaw. Now to Marcus Rashford. Nice pass there now to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's through here now for Manchester United. Nice little cut in play. He tried to, but he couldn't. Now is Højbjerg. Now is Murillo. And now always to Højbjerg. Now is Harrit. Now Kondobia. Now a chance here now for Marseille to try and get a goal from here. Good defending now. Here's Casemiro. Dalot. Now Garnacho. Now Fernandes. Now Maino. To Mubanga. Now Mabanga now has a shot, maybe. Save from Anana. Anana's got the ball. And he tries to roll the ball maybe away. Boots it all the way off the pitch. And it's all over for half time. No goals scored in the break. And no goals from that man, CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Has not put any balls into the back of the net, by the way, in the first half. As it ends here at the break here at Marseille. As it is Marseille 0, Manchester United 0 at the break. And let's get straight now to the second half, and here we go between Marseille and Manchester United. And it is 0-0 at the break so far. Now Højbjerg. Now to, looks like Luis Henrique. Now good defending there from Casemiro now to Lisandro Martinez. Now Shaw. Finds Garnacho, he has. Now he runs through, or passed it there now to Dalot. Garnacho. Now Bruno Fernandes. Now is Kondobia. And now is Luis Henrique. And now all the way again. Now to Harrit. And now Mubanga. And now Ronaldo. Now Cristiano Ronaldo now. All the way to Bruno Fernandes. Now all the way now out now. Definitely out there for a goal kick. Now Fernandes, of course, has won himself a corner, by the way. Let's see how Bruno Fernandes can cope from this. Chance for a goal maybe for him in the game. And obviously Bruno Fernandes, a real leader. He won, obviously, United the Premier League as the captain as well. I know disappointing during the pre-season that obviously Mauricio Pochettino was offered the job as manager for the United States of America. And there's a chance for a header right there, could have been. And he did so well for Pochettino for Man United. Won them the Premier League, got them into the FA Cup final. And then he decides to leave United to join America in the national team for the World Cup for next year. And that's probably a little bit, let's say, very, very awkward, very odd in a way that Pochettino leaves the club he won the league at, and then he ends up managing an international club. Is very, very, let's say, out of the weather, in fact, for him. But the reasons behind it all, because he wants to manage part-time rather than manage full-time as a manager for a football club or football national teams. A chance for a goal, meanwhile, here. And Marino right there makes it 1-0 to Marseille. Enough of the talking about Pochettino leaving United during pre-season, because Marseille have put themselves in front and not looking good in their first Champions League game, of course, of this season. And what a goal right there from Marseille. And Nana right there, their new signing from this transfer, could not do anything about it, unfortunately, from allowing Marino to actually have a chance for him to save his shot, because Marino scores the goal, and now it's 1-0 to Marseille. Now Bruno Fernandes. Now a free kick's been given. Free kick is definitely being given, by the way. And now is Verhout will come on the field. So substitution here from Marseille in the game. And now it's going to be a free kick as Bruno Fernandes will take it. Now he boots all the way into the box here. And now is Mumbanga. Now is Merlin. Now Luis Henrique. And now is Hirat. Now Luis Henrique. Now Kondobia. Now Merlin. And now Dalot. Now Kondobia. Now all the way back to Kondobia again. Now to Luis Henrique. Good defending there from Dalot there for Manchester United's point of view. Now to Slur. Now to Maino. Now all the way to Rashford. Now Rashford now with the ball. Running with the ball here. Rashford now running through down the wing here. Marcus Rashford for United. Could be a chance, or could be 1-1, but what a save. 2 saves right there from the goalkeeper from Marseille. And now is Harit. Now Harit now to Verhout. Now Verhout is pushing through here now for Marseille. Looking for a chance maybe here. Heading out, bouncing away here again. Now Casemiro. Maino. That's a free kick, isn't it? Yep, free kick. And a yellow card, by the way, there from Kondobia there for Marseille. He's having words right there with the referee and the official. So it's going to be now definitely out there for a, looks like here, a free kick for obviously Manchester United. And now Gigot will come on the field. And Marino, the goal scorer for Marseille, comes off the field. Man of the match, definitely. And Sancho comes on also for Manchester United as well. Into the next couple minutes left of the game. And now Rashford. And now Rashford now to Maino. Fernandes. Now is Brazier. And that's going to be that. And that's going to be that definitely here for the end of the game. As Marseille have won the matchup and Manchester United lost in pure shameful defeat for them under their manager, their new manager in fact, Ruben Almiron in charge as well. And for his first game as manager since Pochettino left the club during his American appeal as their new head coach, it feels worse for Ruben Almiron to lose this Champions League game as it ends 1-0 at the Velodrome. A disappointing start of the life in Europe for Ruben Almiron's Manchester United manager, beaten 1-0 by Marseille. And Righty, what did you make on that performance? Yeah, it was just felt really flat. Gary United did not come out with any intensity and got punished for it. and there was no real control in the midfield and no sharpness in the final third in the game, and that's all worrying. You expect a reaction when these new managers come for United, but unfortunately Ruben Amorim couldn't do it, and Marseille looked up for it with their fans, were right behind them, and United didn't match with the energy. And Amorim's got a lot of work to do, especially if they want to get out and qualify in the top 24 of the UEFA Champions League, or the top 8 towards the round of 16 after the 8 games are all played. Thank you there, Ian. And now let's move on to Madrid, as Spurs travel to Madrid to take on Atletico Madrid. And let's get to the cover now in Tottenham and Atletico. And now we're here for the Champions League second matchup we are featuring here at the Wanda Metropolitano, as Atletico Madrid will take on Tottenham. Lot to play for here in Spain, and could Spurs cope with the pressure of Diego Simeone's side in this game here for tonight? A jam-packed attendance of so many fans, really fulfilling the seats here for a real dramatic night here of Champions League football. And now let's get to the anthem of the Champions League. Now Atletico Madrid shakes hands with the Spurs team, as the lineup here for Atletico Madrid. We've got Jan Oblak, we've got also Guimaraes as well playing in the team. You also got front Griezmann, you've got Sluff as well playing. You also got Molino as well. We've got obviously Llorente, Koke as well. And a good team that Atletico Madrid's really got here tonight, live here on match day 1. But as for Tottenham, we know that for them, Ange Postecoglou's side as the manager for Tottenham, a lot of, let's say, pressure is on the manager of Ange Postecoglou in terms of his future as the coach. But, however, in this game, he is the gaffer on match day 1 of the Champions League so far for this campaign. So we do have the lineup here for Tottenham Hotspur in the game, as Harry Kane will be playing as well. We know he's the captain for the team. And also as well, we've got Fekir, Song as well playing. And also Romero, Vicky van der Ven, Adugi, Basuma, Sarr, and also Kulusevski and Song. And Harry Kane, like I said before, up front for the Tottenham team here for this evening. So let's get straight to kickoff underway here, as Atletico Madrid and also Tottenham start things off here for kickoff for this evening. And here we go, kickoff underway. Atletico de Madrid versus Tottenham is underway, and let's get straight into it. Now is Rinello. Now all the way to Sluff. Now is Marino. Now Moreno, now Christian Romero now to Fekir. Really pushing through here. Now Koke won the ball back, now to Sluff. Now Sluff running through the ball here. And now De Paul, Rodrigo De Paul now to Llorente. Now to De Paul. Now here's Porro. All the way down to Kulusevski. Now is now Rolando. Llorente. Llorente now really pushing through. Good defending there from Sarr. And now here's Porro now to Fekir. Now is Kulusevski. Now running down the wing here now for Tottenham. Now Kane. Now Kane has a shot, and it's gone wide. Massive chance there for Kane to try and get a goal from there. But then Diego Simeone right there, the manager, the gaffer obviously. And he's a real, let's say, disciplined manager. Really defensive he is for Atletico Madrid. And they are well organised at the back. They are very organised at the back, of course. And now all the way to Rolando. Now Rolando now Reniendo now to Alexander Sluff, the Norwegian striker. Now back to the defender now. Koke of the ball here now for Atletico Madrid. And now here's to Poro. Sarr. Now Basuma. Now Kane. Now Kane through. Now all the way there to Kulusevski now for Kia. Now Llorente. And now here's to DePaul. Now to Sluff. Now Anton Griezmann. Running through here now for Atletico de Madrid. Shoots! Oh, that could have been a goal. That could have been massive chance though for maybe a chance for a goal. But now Ricario will take the goal kick here for Spurs. And let's see how he does with this goal kick right now in the game. And now Ricario will take the goal kick. Oh, he boots the ball now away. Now header there from Anton Griezmann now to chance here now Llorente now. Not cut in play here now Llorente now for Atletico Madrid, and it's gone wide. And there's a massive chance. And that was a massive opportunity right there, but okay, goal kick has been given. Now Ricario. Song. Now is Christian Romero. Now Odugi. Now is a chance here now for Molina. Molina now on the attack now for Atletico de Madrid. Cross. Oh, could have been. Now Ricario now with the ball. Now boots the ball now away. Header there. Now for Kia. Now all the way down to Molina. Now Rodrigo de Paul. Nearly half time, by the way. Nearly half time. And now de Paul now running through. Good cover there from Odugi. 1 minute left to go. And there you have it. That is the end of that for the first half. And no goals scored in the break. And very boring scenes here in the Wanda Menetrano Stadium. As it ends here for tonight's first half. Atletico Madrid 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And let's get straight now to the second half, and here we go between Atletico Madrid and Tottenham. And let's see how this match will come across now for the second half. Could Spurs really try and make a miracle and win here tonight? That's the question. But now here's Fekir. Now Kulusevski. Cross into the box here, header away. Now is all the way to DePaul. Now DePaul now really running through the ball. Trying to find options here. Now DePaul. Running through here for a chance for a goal potentially. Shot. Oh, wide. And really animated he was there, Diego Simeone. Very animated, of course, on the touchline. But unfortunately, that was a goal was not given at all because that was wide away from the goal itself. So, big chance. Diego Simeone was off his toes a little bit on the touchline, but unfortunately, that's gone wide for a goal kick. Now, here's Song now for Tottenham. Now is Fekir. Now he's really pushing through here now to Moreno. Now Koke. Now to Sluff. And now is a chance for Koke again. Holds it again. Now Poro. Now Kulusevski. Now running through from the defenders here now for Atletico Madrid. Now Kulusevski. And now here's to Rolando. Now to DePaul. Now here's to Llorente. And now Song. And now all the way for a chance for Fekir now to Kane. Now Kane now shoots! Oh, it's a good chance there for him to score. Now substitution right there now for Tottenham. So a corner's being given. And now here's Song. Header. And now it's going to be, looks like here, a free kick. Yellow card. And Rodrigo de Paul's been booked a yellow card. And now it's going to be definitely now a free kick in the matchup here for Spurs. Reckless challenge. And I can see Ange Postecoglou, very frustrated he is on the touchline. Very frustrated at the official. Fourth official's been, you know, getting blamed at by Ange Postecoglou's antics, of course, on the touchline. And that's interesting to see right there from Ange. But there's a chance for Spurs to try and get something from here. And now Harry Kane. Now Porro. Goes for a cross maybe. He tried to. Now is Rolando. Cross. Header. Maybe. Oh, right. Could have been there. But then Old Black obviously got the ball. And now is Molina. Now Molina now the ball. Holds it. Now to Griezmann. Now Molina now to... again to Rodrigo de Paul. Now Griezmann now on the attack. Could be a chance here for a goal potentially here for Atletico Madrid. And a save right there for Ricario. And not long left until obviously the break, of course. Not long left until the break. And double substitution here now for Spurs. And a substitution as well for Atletico Madrid in the late minutes of the game. And now... pass short here now to Rodrigo de Paul. Another corner, by the way, in the matchup. Now Griezmann will take it. And he takes it, hopefully, to see if he can put that ball into the box and make sure any player from Atletico can head that ball into the back of the net, if that can happen within now. Richarlison comes on the field, by the way. There's a chance here, maybe, for Atletico, but... and a clearance right there from Spurs. And Richarlison obviously comes on the field. And now all the way to Rolando. Now to Guimaraes. And that's going to be that for the end of the game for full time here at the Champions League. 0-0 as it ends here in Madrid. And Spurs have been absolutely fantastic to hold on this 0-0 draw in the first game of the Champions League. Tottenham started their European campaign with a goalless draw away to Atletico Madrid. A disciplined display, solid at the back, and a point well earned in a tough place to go. Let's head to the highlights from the other games, but first, Ian, what do you make of Spurs tonight? I actually think Spurs will be happy with that. It wasn't exciting, but they were organised, focused, and didn't give Atletico much to work with. In Europe, especially away from home, you got to be smart. And that was smart performance. Take the point and move on. Wise words, as always, Ian. And the point for Spurs will definitely take away from Madrid. Right before we go, and let's quick have a look on the highlights of the other games across Europe tonight. A real good goal here for AC Milan within the first 5 minutes in the game. AC Milan got the first goal in the matchup as a great cross into the box here from Adabiti to cross the ball into Tomori to score the goal for AC Milan to put themselves in front against Liverpool in the game at San Siro, as Liverpool and AC Milan have got a massive history in the past, as these two teams played in the European finals in 2005 in Istanbul. But however, AC Milan got the goal and also got the victory at the end of the matchup as it ends the San Siro as AC Milan 1, Liverpool 0. A real good start to the game for Man City as Kevin De Bruyne, nice pass there back to Phil Foden. And then Foden right there, crossing to Messi. And then, however, Haaland got the last touch. And he slopped that ball past the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer, to make sure Man City put themselves in front against Inter Milan at the Etihad Stadium. Great footballing right here from Man City. Messi couldn't get there on his head, but Haaland got the last touch and he put that ball past the keeper to make it 1-0 to the Sky Blues of Manchester. And then Man City got themselves another goal just before half-time as Ake, nice pass to De Bruyne, and then trying to clear the ball away from danger, but however Foden won the ball back for City, and then Haaland again, another header, another goal, and great assist right there from Phil Foden. And that's a great partnership between Foden and Erling Haaland, and Haaland makes it 2-0 to City in the game, and they've been absolutely pure dominant in the matchup, and Inter Milan are really defenceless here away from home. And a massive cross there from Inter Milan in the matchup, as a great cross right there from Stefan de Vrij, all the way right there to Mkhitaryan as he volleyed that ball first time on his laces, and the goalkeeper Ederson could not stop that striking force, power from the Armenians Hendrik Mkhitaryan, and now a goal back for Inter Milan in the match. And then Stefan de Vrij, the defender for Inter Milan, got himself a goal to make it 2-2, as Ederson right there made a little bit of a mistake right there, the goalie for Man City, as de Vrij, the defender for Milan, scored to make it 2-2 comeback against Man City. And I cannot believe it in my eyes to see Inter Milan be beaten 2-0 to City by 2 goals from Erling Haaland, and then somehow Inter Milan, however, got themselves back level in the game from 2-0 to 2-2. It's absolutely unbelievable, and great teamwork from the whole of Inter Milan's team to really make sure they get themselves a goal over against Ederson in the match. And the whistle blew at the end of full time as it ends City 2, Milan 2. And Aston Villa's first ever Champions League first appearance for them, as they never appeared in this competition since 1982 when they last won the whole Champions League back in the day, as the only goal scored in that matchup was a goal right there from Leon Bailey, the Jamaican winger, to put Villa in front here against Anderlecht. And Unai Emery looks so animated in the touchline to see Villa to get themselves their first Champions League goal of the whole competition on match day 1. A great run, a great solo run for Leon Bailey, as the full-time score ended at the end of the game, as it ends Anderlecht 0, Aston Villa 1 at full-time. A perfect goal for Galatasaray in the second half of the matchup, as Akgun right there, great run for him to score against Sporting Lisbon's goalkeeper to make it 1-0 to Galatasaray. As what a finish right there for the Turkish side to get their noses in front here in Sporting here for this evening's game. A huge disappointments right there for Sporting Lisbon not to pick up a point or anything over Galatasaray, as a great goal right there from Yunus Akgun, the only goal scorer in the game who helped Galatasaray get the first win in the bag, as the full-time score here in Lisbon as it ends here as Sporting Lisbon 0, Galatasaray 1. The best chance of the game for Juventus was a chance from Vladanovic to score against the goalkeeper of PSV Eindhoven, but unfortunately that shot went wide away from the goal, and Juventus, however, could not really put the ball past the goalkeeper throughout the whole game, And then PSV Eindhoven again try to clear the ball away from danger, but then Locatelli tried to shoot from long distance, but he could not do that also, as the full-time score at the end of the matchup here in Juventus, as it ended goalless, a 0-0 draw between Juventus and PSV, and two teams share a point on match day 1. And the German giants of Bayern Munich almost had a chance, of course, to give away a stupid goal right there from Rosenborg, but Joshua Kimmich won the ball back for Bayern, and then Leroy Sané on the counter-attack here for Bayern Munich really pushed through past the Rosenborg defenders, and then Sané right there got himself a goal in past the goalkeeper of Rosenborg to score the first major goal in the matchup at the Allianz Arena, as Bayern are in front, and they took themselves so seriously in that goal right there for great ultra-attacking flow from Leroy Sané, as he makes Bayern Munich, of course, lead the game by 1-0 so far. And Bayern carried on fighting as Leroy Sané, great run right there from Sané, again through the defenders of Rosenborg, and then he took it again past the goalkeeper, and Leroy Sané is the only guy for Bayern. He's been absolutely dangerous in his attacking runs and his solo 1v1s to the goalkeeper, as Rosenborg looks so vulnerable in defence, especially the goalkeeper as well looks so very vulnerable at the back. And now Bayern, of course, again scored another goal to make it 2-0. And a nice counter-attack here from Leroy Sané and also Jamal Musiala as well. Nice pass there from Sané to Musiala, and he was 1v1 to the keeper once again as he strikes it right in the top corner. And now the German Musiala makes it 3-0 to Bayern Munich. And that's an absolute massive shot, a massive goal for him to do that in the game, as what a goal from Bayern. 1v1 as well, took it all upon himself. And again and again and again, Bayern Munich found ways to beat past Rosenborg's goalkeeper and also beat through the defenders of Rosenborg, and Bayern have done it again. And I've got to say that Leroy Sané was definitely man of the match in that matchup at the Allianz Arena here this evening, as a full-time score here in Bayern, as it ends Bayern Munich 3, Rosenborg 0 at full-time. And Real Madrid got themselves a goal in the late stages in the matchup. A very intense game between Mönchengladbach and also the most successful team in the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid, as Valverde right there, nice run from him, and scored a goal in the 85th minute across the other side of the pitch. And very intense scenes from the Real Madrid substitutes and the coach as well, celebrating with Valverde as well on that major late goal near the end of the game. A massive goal also, and the Real Madrid fans are going absolutely wild, of course, here against Mönchengladbach in the matchup, as Valverde right there, he did not give up one bit as he took that ball when Mönchengladbach tried to get a set piece free kick, and he won the ball, and he really took that ball all the way to the other side of the pitch, and then he really was 1v1 to the keeper, and he slopped that ball in the bottom corner, and the match ended 1-0, as Francesco Valverde was a very crucial top player in the matchup throughout the whole game here at the Santiago Bernabeu on match day 1 of the Champions League, as it ends Real Madrid 1, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0 at full time. And a good goal here from Ginola in the first 4 minutes in the matchup, as Ekaban 1v1 solo right there, being past Costa, the FC Porto goalkeeper, to make sure Ginola take the lead in the matchup. as what a goal right there from Ginola, and what a start into UEFA Champions League action for Ginola in this campaign, as Ekaban right there really took it all by himself, 1v1 or past one defender, and he found some space in that winging position to make sure he puts that ball a little bit away from the goalkeeper in that bottom corner, and now it's 1-0. But then FC Porto got themselves a goal back in the second half, as Caicedo right there makes it 1-1. A comeback right there for FC Porto, and the Porto team will be very, very happy to see Caicedo got themselves back in the game. A massive, crucial away goal right there from him. And also the bench as well, the substitutes were absolutely dramatic, they were to see, and the coach as well, of FC Porto getting a point over Ginola in the matchup away from home. But the full-time score is both teams sharing a point as it ends 1-1 at full-time. And a real big nightmare for PSG in the first match day of the Champions League, as Atletico Bilbao won the ball off from the strikers from PSG, as Williams right there won the ball and he passed the ball back to Reyes, and it went to DeMarcos. Then DeMarcos right there, couple 1-2 passes again, and then Williams again holds the ball as he took it right there to Parados. And then Parados right there had a chance to shoot, and he did. And Atletico Bilbao in the first 27 minutes, they've scored the first major goal in the matchup here at the Parc des Princes Stadium. Massive goal right there from Bilbao. I never expected them to get anything, or a goal at least, against PSG, and they have done that. And they did it very smartly, of course, against a few defenders, and also really build that, that attacking, let's say, offense, of course, to try and break through. And they did that, and Parados beat past the goalkeeper from his shot he took against Donnarumma, and now it's 1-0 to Atletico Bilbao. Then, however, straight after, in the second half, Bilbao carried on continuing fighting, of course, as Donnarumma passed the ball there to Mendes, all the way to Kolo Mane, and then Mane right there lost the ball there to DeMarcos, and then DeMarcos right there found a massive cross into the box here, a chance for a goal, and it has. And Atletico Bilbao has made it 2-0 in the Parc des Princes Stadium here for tonight. And all that hard work and that display that Atletico Bilbao has shown during the matchup away from home was absolutely massive for Bilbao. Likely the underdogs to take on PSG here tonight on the first match day, and they've scored 2 goals against PSG and give themselves their first 3 points in the group's format of match day 1, as it ends PSG 0, Atletico Bilbao 2. And a brilliant counter-attack here from Rafinha for FC Barcelona, as he took that ball all by himself there, beat past 2-3 defenders of Monaco, and scored the first opener to make sure Barcelona take the lead. And this guy was signed from Barcelona from Liverpool during the transfer market, and what a great start for him as a Barcelona winger to get himself his first ever goal as a Barcelona winger himself, playing for the team. Great run, great little show, of course, he made there, and now it's 1-0 to Barcelona so far in the matchup here this evening. And then straight after that, FC Barcelona got themselves another goal, a late one by Robert Lewandowski to make it 2-0 in the matchup. And that goal right there silenced Monaco for definitely in the match, as all the Barcelona substitutes all run to Robert Lewandowski to celebrate with him with that great occasion of a finish from the Polish forward to make it 2-0. And this guy also signed from Barcelona also during the transfer market from Wilhoven Knights from last season, and him to actually join Barcelona and score that late goal is absolutely massive for the 37-year-old striker, and he's really still got it in the tank at 37 to score like that over Monaco in the late minutes of the game. But however, Monaco lost in the match, and Barcelona do get the first victory in this match day 1 of the Champions League group format. They've got 7 games to go left, And could they qualify? Likely so. In the matchup here this evening, they scored 2 goals past Monaco. And a nice counter-attack here from Trossard here for Arsenal in the second half, as he passed the ball there to Gyökeres to get the finish, and he does do that. And now Arsenal made it 1-0 in the matchup here for the signing they've signed from Coventry City. He has scored against Werder Bremen his first European goal as an Arsenal striker, has come to a very good one when Trossard assisted, of course, him to make sure he gets the finish past the keeper. And now Arsenal lead by 1-0 against Werder Bremen. And a real big counter-attack here from Trossard here for Arsenal again in the 75th minute to assist Bukayo Saka. Went back to Trossard again, and what a great finish right there from the Belgium to make it 2-0 in the match. And what a touch right there from Trossard. A bit of, let's say, pass back and forth between Saka and Trossard. In an onside position though, a cross into Saka, shoots, went back right there to the feet of Trossard to get the last touch on that in the funnel post. And he did that nicely as Arsenal now made it 2-0 against Werder Bremen here in Germany. And I've got to say, a massive win for the Arsenal team. They really come to Germany in Bremen to get the real show done of winning this matchup. Great goal from Victor Gyökeres, and also one for Leonardo Trossard as well for Arsenal to kick on a very good start in the Champions League by winning here against Werder Bremen by 2-0 here tonight. And a real perfect goal here for Ajax to make it 1-0 in the game, and the only goal in the game here to really sum it all up here against Dortmund. That's the only footage we can show you on the screen as it ended 1-0 between Dortmund and Ajax at the Amsterdam Arena. The official results of Matchday 1 of the UEFA Champions League. Anderlecht 0, Aston Villa 1, Sporting Lisbon 0, Galatasaray 1, Olympiacos 1, Chess Blue Warriors 0, Juventus 0, PSV 0, AC Milan 1, Liverpool 0, Bayern Munich 3, Rosenborg 0, Real Madrid 1, Mönchengladbach 0, Aldous Antlers 3, St Etienne 0, Sparta Prague 0, Wilhoven Knights 0, Girona 1, FC Porto 1, Man City 2, Inter Milan 2, PSG 0, Atletico Bilbao 2, Ajax 1, Dortmund 0, Taya Red Devils 0, Benfica 0, Monaco 0, Barcelona 2, Werder Bremen 0, Arsenal 2, Atletico Madrid 0, Tottenham 0, and Marseille 1, Man United 0. And the table of the Champions League as it all looks, that Arsenal are currently third for the first match day 1. As for Aston Villa, a massive win in their first European result against Anderlecht. They are up to 6th, while we know that Ajax and Galatasaray and Marseille are obviously currently from 8th, 9th and 10th, while Olympiacos and also Real Madrid occupy 11th and 12th place of the Champions League format. And also that will mean as well for the 13th position to 24th position in the knockout playoffs positions, as Man City are currently 13th in the table. As we drop down, obviously Inter Milan in 14th, Girona in 15th, 16th FC Porto, 17th Atletico Madrid, 18th is Benfica. But if you drop down to 22nd, we have is Spurs, or up to 22nd in the table after that point against Atletico Madrid. But as of for Manchester United and Liverpool lost 1-0 to AC Milan, so they are outside of the knockout playoff position as they're currently in the elimination zone, as of Manchester United also on the exact same point as Liverpool in the elimination zone of the UEFA Champions League. And that's it for match day 1 of the UEFA Champions League. Defeat for Manchester United in Marseille, a goalless draw for Spurs in Madrid, and a solid wins for Bayern Munich and also for Aston Villa elsewhere in Europe. plenty more to come this season of this competition, as we'll see you guys soon for next time on British Sports. Good night.